Alright. Good morning, bad movies here. Hi, everyone. Hope you're doing alright. I watched a couple things today. Okay. I watched the movie. Modern, like a more current bad movie last night. And it was a doozy. Maybe you guys have seen it. Tell me about it if you have. I ended up watching the 2015 film Gem and the Holograms. Yeah, it was on HBO Go. So, I thought, let's do something new. And, it's put up by Hasbro. I guess they own the property for Gem. And it's just, I don't remember much about the TV show. But it involved space, I believe, or at least the future. And it's really weird. So it's basically, it's like a boring version of Josie and the Pussycats, which was a pretty decent movie, right? They did a decent job with that, I think. I don't know, maybe people don't agree, but I liked that one. It was interesting. This one was just it's supposed to be an empowering movie about, you could be yourself, and you could be creative, and speak whatever, say what you want to say and do, and you could do anything and all that kind of junk. But it's there's just a lot of weird, okay, so I was hoping, right, so basically the movie's got, so Gem, in the beginning of the film, was introducing just, it's voiceover, setting up the stage, real clever stuff there, right? She's talking about she lives with her aunt, and her sister, and her two stepsisters, and they live together, and then, she says, now the only missing piece to this is my dad, and it cuts to her dad. And she talks about her dad, and her dad had died. But the thing is, I don't think at any point she mentions her mother, which, the mother may not have been important in the story, maybe mom sucked or something like that, and I don't know, whatever, but you have to have a mother. This is how things work. You biologically must have a mother, and at no point she mentioned her, right? So I was hoping in this whole movie that there was going to be this weird thing with the mom part, because it would just be a lazy thing. It's we won't talk about mom, but guess what? Mom's an alien or something. But spoily, nope. Still don't know about mom. But no, the movie's just it's about social media and how social media works a lot too. But whoever wrote it or directed it or whatever the deal is has no idea how social media works. It's just the whole thing about it. It all kicks off because of one YouTube video, and somehow someone it doesn't make any sense. It's just you could easily have filmed it to logically be a fantastic video that went viral quickly, but all they did was upload this video of this girl singing a song, and then literally it finishes uploading, and then a counter starts of just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just starts going instantly, as if the instant someone uploaded this video on an account that was not that wasn't set up, the account doesn't have followers or anything, so it doesn't make any sense. And it's just, and then there's a bunch of stuff like that goes on that's just like, this isn't how the internet works. So, which would be fine, except for it's a video marketed towards, you know, young girls who know how things like that work. Like, so it's like none of them would even believe that. Like, it's just, ugh, it was just dumb. Anyway, so there's this whole part of the story where her dad was an inventor and made this little, like, robot, it turns out. Like, you don't know what it is, but this, it's probably the best part of the whole story. This storyline of, like, this figuring out this robot, this path, this, like, treasure hunt that her dad sends them on. But it's it's just too fanciful, like, too coincidental, too, everything that happens had to, the robot doesn't turn, like, it doesn't seem to work, they don't think it's finished, and they get to go to LA because of their amazing music video that everyone's talking about in overnight, by the way. Like, it's nighttime, she uploads this video, and by the morning, every person on Earth is talking about this video. That's how, like, ridiculous it is. So then, like, like the next day, or like that night, the following evening, they, like, get signed for a contract. Like, it's, and the contract is to do 3 pop-up concerts in LA in, like, the next, like, 30 days. It's like, nothing makes sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's not how anything works. And so, oh man, my hair is like, wow. But the robot, she ends up, for whatever reason, she's going to LA. Not permanently, just to record this video, or record this song stuff. Takes the dad robot, the broken robot, with her for who knows. And so she does that. And then, like, it turns on once they get into, like, the LA area. Like, I think at some point someone, like, speculates it's like a GPS trigger. But, like, what? The chance, and she doesn't, because she doesn't live in LA anymore. The chance of, like, her bringing that is real, like, slim to LA. That her dad would be like, oh yeah, she's gonna bring it to. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff that's like, there's a whole, like, Indiana Jones secret thing that happens, and, like, oh my god. I mean, like I said, it was much better. It was a better story than, like, the cliche riddled, like, I'm gonna, this is how you become a rock star, and then, oh no, like, there isn't. The only drama comes out of because yeah, you guessed it, the house their aunt owns is going to be foreclosed, so they can't pay rent or a mortgage or whatever the hell it is in 30 days. So there's your time frame, and it's how every movie's got a house that's being sold or whatever. So they do that. Oh, that's the drama, right? So the drama is that the record label lady only wants Jem. So she's like, yeah, get rid of your sisters. And so she's just like, okay, I'll do it because I want an advance for paying off the house or whatever. And she does it, and then everyone cries and is sad. But then everyone gets back together and they win. Like, there was no. It was dumb. Anyway. Gem on the Holograms. Rough. But, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna go back to sleep. Yeah, well, just yeah, the good. Thanks for watching, and if you have any suggestions about what I should watch, let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Like this video, subscribe. You can always see the cool stuff that I'm watching. I'll talk about, and ask me any questions you want. Send me comments or emails. I'll answer every one of them. Emails, goodmorningbadmovie at gmail.com. Hit me up on Facebook. Where we can interact there. We can share some cool movie stuff, and just whatever. All right. All right. Have a good day. I'm going back to sleep. All right. Bye.